Welcome back to the Blue Collar Boxing Podcast. I am Luke from Biloxi. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Give me a follow on at Blue Collar Boxing on X. Well, guys, we got some more fallout from the Jake Paul and Tank Davis fight that is scheduled now for Friday, November 14th. Original announcements had it for Saturday, November 15th. They were smart enough to realize that they do not want to compete with Saturday night college football. There will still be a couple of games on Friday, November 14th. Clemson's playing, and I believe Oregon is playing as well. Those will cut into some viewership. It's a tough time of year for boxing, even if it's a crossover fight like this, because the United States is focused on college football. That is basically we got about 3 weeks left of the season at that point. People will be competing for playoff spots, and that will cut into the viewership. Nevertheless, Netflix, November 14th, Jake Paul and Tank Davis in an exhibition bout. There's been some reporting that possibly this fight will be what they're calling a hybrid professional boxing match. I take that to mean it's going to be a hybrid between a piece of dog shit and a piece of bullshit. This is a joke. I don't think this fight's going to do well. Initially, I thought it would. I thought there would be viewers, but Tank is literally going to be 80 to 100 pounds lighter than Jake Paul on fight night and nearly a foot shorter. This is a joke. It's a joke. It's a stain on boxing. It hurts me to even, as a brand new content creator, I'm not saying I'm anything special, but to even have to comment on this bothers me. Um, if you want to hear about a real fight, watch my video that I just posted about Joseph Parker taking on Fabio Wardley, two top 10 heavyweights going at it, despite the fact they can't get a title shot. That's what boxing should be about, not jokes like this. Um, Hopefully, the undercard, there's been some announcements. It's okay. It's all right. I'm glad those guys, and perhaps there are going to be some women fighters too. We'll get some exposure. But people say, well, it's great for exposure. It's great for the sport to be on mainstream platforms, etc. Yeah, but if you're delivering literal shit, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. If you're delivering a contest where they're not going to declare a winner, if you're delivering a contest where uh, it's literally in the contract that the fighters are not allowed to use their best efforts to win, this is bad. So, Friday night, I don't know. If the undercard is decent, I might watch it, but I doubt it. I'll probably be watching football or I'll be doing something else. Moving on, other news in the world, it seems Francis Ngannou wants to come back to the professional boxing ring. He has called out Deontay Wilder. Wilder did come back in June, reasonable win. Didn't look all that great, but didn't look awful either. He's shown himself to want to get back in the mix. He still has the eraser. He still has that big right hand and will be an exciting draw for anyone. Ngannou hasn't fought in the professional ring since getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua. I had to write this down because it's been that long ago in March of 24. So we're 18 months since Anthony Joshua nearly decapitated Francis Ngannou in the second round. Before that, he fought Tyson Fury, lost a decision in a 10-round bout. That was back in October of 2023. I even researched just for activity purposes because activity matters in his sport in mixed martial arts. He hasn't fought since October 19th of 24. So he's been out of the ring, out of the cage, out of whatever you want to say by the time this fight would take place over a year. He's not as young as springtime anymore either. He's encroaching upon 40. So what do I think about this fight? You know what? Do it. if frickin' Jake Paul can fight Tank Davis in some garbage, awful exhibition, how about Ngannou and Wilder in a real boxing match? It's a sanctioned event. I favor Wilder heavily in such a contest. If they get into a clinch, Ngannou can rough him up a little bit, but I just don't see Ngannou being able to stop those shots. I mean, uh, Anthony Joshua hit him easily, and Joshua was even like surprised at how easily he was able to hit him. But Ngannou's got a pretty good, left hook. He dropped Fury with it, so let's see, right? Bombs away. Let it happen. Let these guys get a paycheck. They've both been great for their respective sports. It can draw some crossover appeal. The MMA bros. By the way, a video about why I can't stand MMA fans is in the works. That will be coming. But the MMA bros will eat it up. And if Ngannou lands the shot, knocks out Wilder, they'll say that, blah, 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 blah. We'll go through all that. And then if Wilder beats him, they'll say blah, 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 blah. We'll go through all that. So I'm here for it. Why not? Let the two guys make one last paycheck. I don't think any of them is either one of them rather is serious about competing on in the highest levels. But at least it would be a sanctioned boxing match. It would not be an exhibition, and bombs away. It would do a good undercard. You could draw some names to that fight. It would do okay on pay-per-view internationally. Let's do it. I'm here for it. Would love to watch it. In other news. Canelo Alvarez recently has been in training camp preparing for Terence Crawford. Massive fight coming up. Can't wait. Very excited about that. He has been uh, invited, Jerron Boots Ennis, into sparring. I'm not going to get into all the stuff that's on social media about why Boots shouldn't have sparred Canelo. I don't care about any of that. Boots doesn't spar for free. He got paid plenty of money. He got paid in money and experience. Good for him. What this tells me is that Canelo Alvarez is taking the fight against Terence Crawford seriously because he could have sparred anybody. Instead, he got the unified welterweight champion of the world. I know he's moving up, etc. Nevertheless, he got a guy who is currently in his prime and fighting at the highest levels of the sport to come into his camp and provide him with quality sparring. That means that Canelo Alvarez is not going to pick up a paycheck in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks. He is taking this seriously. I understand Boots Ennis is not Terence Crawford. I agree with that sentiment. I sincerely do. If you have to fight Terence Crawford, the best guy you can get to spar is Boots Ennis, and Canelo did it. So I'm not going to make a pick here. I'm not even going to say I'm not leaning towards Canelo. We'll have a pick video coming out later. I'll be in New York City while I do that. But nevertheless, this shows Canelo's taking it seriously. Let me know what you guys think about Jake Paul and Tank Davis. Let me know about Ngannou Wilder. Let me know about this down in the comments. These are exciting times in boxing. Not a lot happening in the ring, but a lot happening outside of the ring. We have a banging September coming up, and then we're going to get some good fights in October too, especially with Parker and Wardley perhaps on the shelf. So good stuff coming. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and also give me a follow on X at Blue Collar Boxing. I will see y'all on the next one. Thanks for joining me.